got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 21-yard line.
First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, but it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Barkley. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
King on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Lions will take over.
Ready. 10 logo. Rock it.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 81 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's Connor on first down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On third down, it's Connor. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. On first and 10 is Connor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Check out read. Hey, alert 2-6.
Here's second and 8. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, and this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for the Lions. 51 yards.
And the Lions first down.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Ready? Hey, orbit. Hey, watch the
2nd and 13. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 22 yards there, a first down.
Come on, set. 15. 15. 2-18, chop.
He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Got it. 52. Block 52. Hey, Sam off. Joel out. Look at me. Door. Dude.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready? 70.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Try to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 85 yards. So that play flips the field right on its ear. Here's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone.
Check nickel.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Third and 10.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They start the drive with Connor. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
Check. Let's go. Come on. Slam, slam, slam. Zip it. Motion.
Back to throw. King. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Jim.
Here's King from the downhill throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got him.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Throwing on third and long. King. That's caught. It's Malone. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
That's it. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Stay with your man.
To throw is King. Throwing on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
Watch the twins.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Higgins. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Go now. 60 outlaw. Check in. Bring it. Bring it. Recon. 132 fighter. Bravo. Guard. Check 24. Get it.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught by Bryant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Go. Tight go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
King now, a final shot before break. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And 2 yards to go.
Come on,
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw, and he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
The Lions first down.
Here we go, set. 15, line it. 15 line. Defense, let's go. Pilot, 64, weak. Let go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Ready? 50, plant. Hey, Charlie. I'm coming for you. You must.
2nd and 11. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
It's 6-6, pull it high. 5.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off.
Let's go, baby.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down now, Barkley, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He'll try and run for it with counter. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Mike 6. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, check Mike. Check Mike. Mike 6. Mike 6.
Let's go, D. Mike 6. Mike 6. Who that? Who that?
They'll run for it with counter. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On first down, it's Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Johnson.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Let's go now. Dirty base. Check, check. Watch it before. Watch it before. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shit. Look. Squeeze. Squeeze him.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Carry on Johnson. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 17-14.
17. Steelers 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down run for Connor, not going to get much, maybe a yard. Second down. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. A quick pass out to Juju. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On second down, Connor looking for space. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Again, it's Connor. Oh, and now some space down lane. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Barkley. The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll go to Barkley again. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. King to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
First down, Detroit.
Set. Hey, Sam off. 10-2 stop.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the double.
Watch my board. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Alpha.
Watch it.
Back to throw here. He wants it all for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They go to Johnson again. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Johnson. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So a big kick coming now for Dan Bailey. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. 54.
He's back to throw.
Here we go.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
His guys take over first and 10.
Let's go now. Thank you, Gator.
Get on the way.
Shoot.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3.